Bulk, are you okay? I know he was
Yeah, you two
close to
seem very,
you.
very close.
I'm used to being abandoned by those that I trust.
Oh no.
So striking the center pustule, maybe the one connected to the spinal cord, you shove your quarterstaff out, and it causes a chain reaction, and an explosion does in fact occur. I won't be mean and make you guys roll for it though.
I was wondering, I was like, is he gonna explode first?
I thought about it. The tentacle that's wrapped around Barkus falls limp. Excuse me, the tail, and as does Scritches, falling limp to the ground. Underneath the body of Biter lies the large rocky formation. And we are back into the dungeons of Drakkenheim as we find our party in the Seer's Den and the Rat's Nest Tavern deep underground. The party has just vanquished the Rattling Warlock and its two very large, nasty beasts. So, as I mentioned, just to kind of reset the scene in the room, you have this beautiful nest that looks like the Seer's Nest. And then, with the body of Biter kind of slumped over it, there was that rocky deposit sitting there with a delirium formation protruding from the side. What will you do?
Does Millibot return to homunculus form, or is the cannon just kind of like slumped over there?
When it takes damage, or when it goes down to 0 hit points, I'll say it transforms back into the homunculus, but it is still at 0 hit points. So
okay. Well, I'm collecting.
It's effectively destroyed. You can put it in your backpack.
Yep, I'm collecting the Millibot.
Okay, very good.
And the delirium fragment.
Pour one out for my homie. She did well.
Real MVP.
Real MVP. All the health. And then Bulk is going to start rummaging in that nest after he gloves up and pokes with his tongs.
I'll give him a help and start poking around my quarterstaff.
Sure. In the nest itself, there actually isn't anything in there. You do see some books. When I say nothing, I should say there's no gold or delirium or anything to that effect. You do find 2 spell scrolls. Both of them are first level, but they're actually both unusable to you guys.
Well, I'm going to pocket
Monday.
I want to go over where Squeaks died to
Okay.
see if he dropped some big stuff, because he have like a glowy orb.
No, there was nothing on Squeaks. Oh, that was just in the image. I'm sorry. That's just what I found. So there was no orb to say. She was shooting spells out of her hands. Outside of the shiny rocky headdress, which you may just like, and her cloak. I mean, there's really nothing else.
Ooh, I want the cloak.
Nice.
You're gonna wear dirty priest cloaks of the sacred flame.
I like it.
Okay. If all of you are all right, I think I might take that headdress in case we run into Petra. It might smooth things over if we give her a gift of the people who attacked her.
I already gave her a gift.
Yes, but I feel like we still have a little bit of like damage control. And if we're just gonna leave it here, we can at least try to be like, "Oh, we thought of you."
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look for delirium.
Yeah,
It's
Biter's
right
body
there.
just like slides off of the fucking thing that you came here for.
Yeah, as we're like, let's look at everything but this.
Delirium crystal sitting there. Oh, let me get this headdress. I like it. Okay, anyway, proceed.
Yes, I'm grabbing said delirium now and putting it in my chest.
So here's the thing. The delirium has not been extracted from this rocky deposit. I call it a deposit. Effectively, what it is a giant hunk of imagine like the size of a folding chair. It kind of affects that whole space. So I mean, we're talking about 2 by 2x2, 3x2, like kind of a deal. So it's large. It's quite heavy, and that's what it is. Danielus, you could probably give me a history check, bulk, perhaps an investigation check with disadvantage.
Farron just over there like, does anyone have a mining pick?
Yeah, a 1.
I do.
You got
Oh.
one.
You actually have one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what? Let's just pick it out with mining pick.
Oh, well, bulk, what'd you roll?
8.
Ooh,
An 8.
a bad roll.
Okay. So Danielus with a 1. Danielus has heard about the rock. It's a rock that exists within smaller crater impact sites. So he just kind of knows about it. Bulk with an 8. Do you want to give yourself any guidance, perhaps?
Sure. So 10.
A 10? Okay. With a 10. So the rock itself, it effectively is a breakaway piece of the meteor. Still quite intact. Are you proficient in smith's tools?
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm proficient in like any kind of tools as long as I channel.
Okay. That might come later.
Yes.
You are.
Yep.
Yeah, you are indeed. Okay. So I'll say that bumps you up just a couple of points. So what you can tell, this could be meteoric iron. The kind of things you could do with it perhaps are a little, maybe your head's still a little bit wrung from that battle, so you quite don't know what you could do with it, but you recognize this rock as decently valuable. What you can also tell, looking at the way the crystal is embedded into the rock, it's gonna take a while to get the delirium out. It would take a while.
Gentlemen, I think I have a plan to get the stuff, but it'll take some time.
Oh, what? What do you need?
Time, specifically. And probably ability to do skill checks better if someone wants to do those instead, and I will guide them.
That
For I am
works for me.
small.
What do you need me to do? I will try to help as best I can.
Can I give him the pickaxe to, like, bust this up so we can collect it?
I will take said pickaxe and begin a busting.
Oh, you're gonna try to bust apart the meteoric rock?
Yeah, we can't take it as is, correct?
Why not?
Well, we'll have to at least separate it from the ground. Or is it not even connected? I guess if it's a meteor, it's probably embedded out. I don't know.
So imagine a large rock, and effectively part of it. It seems like the rats had started to extract it, but basically you can see that it's in there. You would have to extract all the way around the sides and whatnot.
Yes, we want to finish extraction.
In terms of your question about you can't take it as is, I mean, you could certainly try and move it if you wanted to.
Well, let's do extraction with the pickaxe and then try to see if we can take it in a big chunk. Yes?
That works for me. I mean, at the very least, we could extract it and go from there.
Here, go for an extraction, Farron, with your big muscles.
I'll do the most whippy flex, like, and then I'm just gonna.
You're trying to extract the crystal itself, or are you trying to break the rock into smaller pieces?
I thought we were gonna. Did you say the meteor itself was almost all the way extracted, or was it just the rats have almost extracted just the delirium?
They have just started to break away some of the rock. In fact, if you look around, you see like a bunch of scattered like items that they have tried to use to like cut into it.
I'll try to just kind of pick up where they left off, trying to extract around the meteor as a whole, not just trying to chunk out the delirium.
I guess part of what I'm getting at is it's not like that heavy that it can't be moved. It's just heavy. So you guys would move slowly if you.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it.
Oh, yeah. We'll grab it.
But it's up to
you. Well, Daniel, listen to either me and you or me and Bacchus, because I don't think Volk is going to be able to help in his tiny form.
Okay, we got this.
Boom.
Okay, cool.
We need to get we need to get Bacchus a cart, like something he can drag behind.
Yes,
that would be tight.
We're getting a cart on the way back, by the way.
Sure. Incredible. I think that cart is totally destroyed, but
no, we can buy one at the delirium shop. They're just expensive. I wanted it bad.
I
I
love it.
guess we can carry it to the shrine and see if maybe whenever we get there, if Dietrich can help.
It's a good
We'll
call.
head back there. We can pick up the crystals and see how badly Dietrich beat up that prince.
Sure.
Does this fit in the delirium box or no?
Could a folding chair fit in that box?
I don't know what the box size is.
I
Is it
imagine
like a chest or a trunk?
I mean, conceivably, all of this fits in your backpack, so I imagine probably not. It's probably about the size of a book.
Okay.
But in either case, here's what I imagine. So I imagine Daniels and Farron like picking up the rock.
Yep.
Like,
1, 2, 3, move!
yeah, and you can move it. I mean, it probably weighs, I don't know, 100 pounds.
Yeah, okay, we could.
Yeah, so it's, I mean,
do
it's not
that.
that bad.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, you're
We'll
still like
most- yeah.
you're still moving. You're strong, guys. So I imagine you guys are like lifting up the rock, and Bulk is actually like on top, still just like
Tiny bulk
Like,
adding
tiny
to the
bulk.
weight.
yeah, just slowly kind of chipping away. But in either case, so you guys are going back to the idol room.
Yeah, let's
You're
go to the
heading
shoe
out.
shrine.
Okay, very good. So you do that, no problem. You find the room. The rat prince actually shouldn't be there, but you find the room to be empty as you come in.
Oh.
So the idol, which was so rudely smashed by Dietrich Stillbelly into the side of the wall, remains as it is. You see quite a bit of blood around, signs of battle, that kind of thing. You see some more of those bolts like fired into the wall. All of the stuff that you saw before, the delirium and whatnot, is still there, but no signs of Dietrich or the rat prince.
Hmm.
I'm grabbing delirium.
Yeah, remember
Okay.
to glove up, bulk. Glove up.
This is
Do we
odd, though.
This is yeah. Do we see a noticeable trail of blood heading off in a certain direction?
Bulk, you get 2 delirium fragments and 3 delirium chips. Do you see blood going off in a certain direction?
A good old snail trail.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check. Let's see what you find out.
I suck at these. 3. I see nothing.
3.
I'm carrying a heavy meteor. I'm distracted.
Yeah. So you don't see too much. You actually get a little tired, and you say, "Can we put the rock down for a bit?"
Yeah.
You
Can I get a breather?
Yeah. So as Bulk is collecting more delirium, you guys put the rock down, and you kind of have a seat at where the rat idol once was. You do happen to see there is a javelin sticking out of the rat god idol.
Oh, that's a good sign that Dietrich
Dietrich
kind
fought.
of marked his victory claim.
Yeah, I see the etching in the javelin. It says Dietrich Steelbelly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why
Um,
he wouldn't come with us though.
As you as you look over and you notice the Dietrich Stillbelly inscription, you actually notice that there is quite a bit more written.
Oh, is it written in like common? Like, can I read what more is written?
Yeah, absolutely.
What does it say?
So you pick up the javelin.
Mhm.
There's an inscription as such. From the desk of Dietrich Steelbelly, in all capitals, to my quote-unquote comrades, this will be the end of our journey. I've decided after talking with the Rat Prince, I've decided the best use of my talents and fastest way to proclaim my glory would be to raise an army of the rat folk, so that I can contend with the army of Maximus Goldenrod. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me.
Gosh,
Huh.
he's gonna have the rat army on his side. I wonder if that makes him our enemy now.
Oh,
It does make him a rat.
right in one sense. Well, I guess we'll know if he's our enemy if we cross him again.
Bulk, are you okay? I know he was
Yeah, you two
close to
seem very,
you.
very close.
I'm used to being abandoned by those that I trust.
Oh no.
Speaking of which, I have a long journey coming.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just kidding.
All right, so what's going to be?
Well,
keep it moving.
It seems like he's left and doesn't sound like he wants to be found. So, ready, Daniel? Can you ready, Danielus?
I can't
What do you
imagine
do?
he's still here.
I mean,
No,
clearly they ran off, and the Rat Prince knows his tunnels better than us. I don't think we'll
we
catch
use
up.
the cloak from Squeakers that we use it kind of like as a basket to carry it.
Ooh,
Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you.
the sturdy
Um,
ass cloak.
It rips through instantly, but a really good idea. You're
We
using
double
your
lapped
noggin,
it.
that's for sure. I mean, if well, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Can we
You could try
manufacture?
something else if you wanted to.
Can we manufacture a dog cart from
Um,
from from the barricade room?
Bulk, with your
Oh,
level
we-
of
Yeah.
expertise in crafts, you can pretty much make a lot of stuff.
Dog cart, dog
Considering
cart.
if you have the amount of tools and if you would like to spend the time.
I
We
have the
did have-
tools for the job.
And we had that caught while we took the short rest. Bulk was right. Could we try to fix
it's
that
right.
up?
It's right here.
There's also the that's fine. That's fine. Cool.
Right.
So Bulk, I imagine you have a hammer, probably some nails, things like that.
I do. I also have like the feature or trait that is like the right tools
Yeah,
for the
tools
job. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. With or without it, also you are in fact able to fashion a little bit of a
tools,
cart.
yeah.
So you take the time to do that. And which way are you guys gonna try and go out?
I think we go out
Whichever
this
way she left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever
You're
way
gonna try the
Petro
sewer
went.
entrance? Okay, cool. Very good. So I'll say it takes maybe a half hour to rig this whole deal up and to start progressing through the sewers. So moving into the sewers, I mean, it's about as gross as you might expect. So Drakkenheim actually had a pretty advanced irrigation system for the time period. That's why they were kind of able to sustain the amount of people they had. But so you're kind of walking through a large, giant, dry tunnel, effectively. Fortunately for you guys, though, it's you're probably not even walking 5 minutes before you can see an open storm grate and light coming down into it. It looks like moonlight, effectively.
How are we going to get the meteor up there?
It would take a
Oh.
lot of effort, but you can do it.
Can I also say, whenever we had that ripped cleric robe, could we have brought the tattered pieces with us to try to cover up the crystal to like soften the glow or withhold it?
I like it.
All right, Daniel, let's see how this goes. Do you want to lift or pull? You want to go first?
So,
you want to be bottom of the
Arcus is
pyramid?
he's gonna have like the thing in his mouth and he's gonna trudge forward and we're gonna be behind the cart pushing it up.
We're gonna push it up the storm drain.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we have rope? We have rope.
I don't have rope.
I do.
Oh wait, I have my grapple shot. I'm gonna grab it and then grapple shot.
Grapple shot 100 pounds.
It's probably a little too heavy for the grapple shot, but I will say with enough elbow grease, I mean, you guys can manage a way to get it up.
I jimmy rigged a pulley system. I have
Sure.
rope.
Sure, I like it. Yeah, very good. So back on street side. So you actually come out onto the street as it is pretty clearly nighttime. I don't think you guys have seen Drakkenheim at night yet, besides Daniel's, of course.
My parent knows it from his childhood, but
not the new Drakkenheim with the haze and the whatnot. As you guys come out, you see it's almost a little easier to see at nighttime than it is during daytime. Daniels can remark to you guys that the mist, the haze, disperses shortly after sunset, but the haze it's still present, but the kind of the clouding mist is gone. Now it appears as a shifting kind of corona of light that shimmers over the city. And you can see like little hazy particles kind of floating through the sky. It kind of has an illumination that's like moonlight, but kind of has that delirium overglow of it, is what it looks like. But either way, sorry, a little exposition there, but you get onto the street, and what's your next move?
can we tell where we are?
You are in a sewer gate that was right in front of the Rat's Nest Tavern.
Oh, okay. So we're popped right back out where we started.
Precisely.
Oh, so we can go back to River.
Yay.
Yeah, you can go back to the Eckerman Mill. Yeah.
I think we should, given that it is nighttime and we are very tired, head back and drop off the goods.
All right, so we are giving the crystal to River,
As much as I don't want to, I don't think we have much choice.
right? And it'd be a hard journey to get that back into not Drakkenheim, but into Emberwood.
Anywhere, just with all the things
Right.
chasing us, and we're a man down, it's really not ideal.
Yeah, let's
agree.
let's get to the mill, get a rest,
She
and
said she'll
figure
give
out.
us a big reward.
As much as
Yeah.
the Amethyst Academy has ruined my life.
That feels like that's a story we haven't heard yet.
Oh, it was
Yeah, what
horrible.
happened?
As you guys start to have this conversation, you are lugging the meteor effectively. Bulk. The more time you spend with it, you would start characterizing this as meteoric iron effectively, and you start to get some ideas like this is really nice stuff. Once you like do the process of melting it down and all the creation and whatnot, you may not be able to get like more than a suit of armor or something like that. You know, something for Barkus or something for Millibot or something like that. But it's pretty valuable stuff. You could your mind is spinning. You definitely have some
I want.
ideas. Indeed. So either case, you guys end up making it back to the mill. It's nighttime. I imagine you end up making a fire. Bulk is probably spending the entire time continuing to extract the meteor or the delirium as he tells you about his childhood or whatever you guys talk about throughout that entire time. But we can just say it's happening right here.
All right, story time.
Oh yeah, so basically, and I'm working on removing the meteor from the delirium because I want it. Yeah, it's kind of like a lackadaisy story, but yeah, basically I was abducted as an egg, and they decided I had magical powers, and nobody liked me. And I wasn't really good at magic, so they kind of like sent me off. And there's only one person that really liked me, and then she got in trouble because I did stuff. And nobody likes magic anymore, so no one likes me. So I just wander around, and it's horrible, truly. I haven't known any friendship or camaraderie my entire life, or anything fun.
And how old are you?
Old. I'm about dead now. I've probably got about 5 years left to most.
So you didn't consider the woman who liked you or Diedrich a comrade?
Oh yeah, but they left.
So
Fair.
why
Fair.
help this lady out now?
Oh, because I don't want to get clapped by those demon things for carrying delirium out of here.
Also fair.
Do you know what reward she's gonna give us?
I'm hoping money or at least some good stuff, so we can be better than we are now.
But what kind of stuff did you do that got you in trouble?
Oh, just like working on things, my inventions. They didn't like them very much. I couldn't do well with magic, so I had to make things, and it always didn't go super great.
So
I mean,
do you think we
Billy
should?
seems pretty great.
There's a couple explosions, but nothing really catastrophic.
Do you guys think we should double cross her after we get our loot?
I'm not really one to double cross. And also, if you want to take on the whole Amethyst Academy, that's on you.
It does seem if they're just collecting these things that we have plenty of opportunity to go for bigger fish later.
That's true.
Well-
That's true.
And she did give us all these healing potions before we started, so that would just be a real big slap in the face.
Just weighing all our options in case we need some extra.
I appreciate that, but at this time, like we're too small in the grand scheme of all of these organizations and powerful entities.
Well, maybe before we make some power plays, we find out where we want to place our allegiance.
Yeah.
Looks like
Allegiances can be broken. The
Nope.
infrastructure, society as a whole is corrupt by greed.
Fair, it's
Fair
just
enough.
like, okay.
Should we take a long rest and deliver it in the morning?
Didn't she say that she was going to come back here? I forget where we were supposed to meet River.
Yes, River informed you that she will meet you here
Mhm.
tomorrow morning, effectively.
So I think if anything, we just have to, I guess, get it prepared, get it separated from the meteoric iron. Hopefully she won't want that, or maybe we should hide that.
No, she's not getting this. This is mine.
Oh yeah, but like maybe we could just like hide it so she doesn't even bring it up.
Oh yeah, it's going in the backpack. How much progress
So
have
what are
I
you gonna?
made?
I mean, if you will get it out tonight. I'll say, maybe during your watch you finish it up.
I'll get this out in a jiffy.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
what?
gonna rest after this long day.
Sounds
And
like
I'm just
folks
gonna
got
kind of
first watch. I'm gonna go pass out. I'm flopping
yeah,
down
I'm
my
gonna
bedroll and hitting the hay.
Barkus is gonna like lay across my legs, and I'm just gonna post up by a log and just kind of shut my eyes.
You're always full of surprises, Bulk.
Oh, me? I'm just a simple turtle.
Okay,
Z.
sounds good. So Bulk's on first watch, second watch.
I'll take second.
Okay, and third
I'll
to
finish out the night.
Daniels and Barkus. Oh, by the way, so you will recall there was the wall of names and messages and whatnot in the mill. What are you going to do with Diedrich's name?
I mean,
Technically, you don't know if he's alive
he's
or
not
dead.
dead.
Can we put a
does that-
question mark?
You could do that on your watch. Is there any new
busy.
markings? Like, does it look like anyone's been there since we've been gone?
It doesn't seem that way.
What?
Depending
Has
on how
there-
long you looked last time, you may not even notice any.
Has there been
difference.
any change to Maximus Goldenrod's name?
It shows 88 tick marks, same as last time.
Still crossed out though, like he died?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
All right. Yep, that's all I gotta do is look around and take in my surroundings for my watch, and that's all I got.
Okay, cool. One minor thing that happens on each of your watches. So I'll start with Bulk. So effectively, you guys have kind of a vision in the fire as you sit around and watch. Just it appears to you. Danielus could inform you that um, this is this kind of thing has been known to happen when adventurers rest at Eckerman Mill. Sometimes the haze kind of gets into your head. You don't sleep very well, but your thoughts are a bit altered. But in either case, so you guys have these visions. It's up to you whether you want to share them with the party or not. But I guess I just ask that you make the decision now, so I can just tell them, and we can all just hear it. Or if you want to keep it for yourself, there's nothing like obviously major spoilery or anything like that.
Do we decide before or after we hear it?
Before.
Fair, and
So
we'll share
Bulk,
it.
I'll just start with Bulk.
Sure, yeah, mine can be shared.
Okay, Bulk, you're up. Bulk, as you are putting the finishing touches on removing the delirium crystal, you're gloved up and you kind of, I imagine you have a moment. You're kind of like holding it in your hands. So your vision actually kind of appears in the delirium crystal itself. You see visions, almost like a time lapse of various moments in your life. They seem pretty disconnected. There isn't much of a cohesive thread. You travel for what looks like months on end, eating copious amounts of food, visions of you sleeping, until you hear a feminine voice. Look at you, the great inventor, master craftsman, an artificer prodigy, almost at the end. And what do you have to show for it? A walking stick tied up with bells and a box of sand. The visions shift to moments of failure in your life, your times at the academy, failing to cast the most basic of spells, all of the failed inventions. You see yourself in an area of a thicker haze than you've experienced so far in Drakkenheim, and it's engulfing you. You are choking in the air and falling to your knees. Your stinky sandbox falls onto the ground. You crawl towards it, but the sand flies in your face, sending you into a smelly coffee fit. The voice returns. Pathetic. All that time and opportunities wasted. A tragic place to die, really. Surrounded by the future. Too blind to see. Too lazy to wake up. And you kind of come back to your thoughts.
Ooh!
We go to Farron's watch.
Wait, oh,
Did you want to do anything?
yes.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I need to resurrect Billy Bot,
Okay, very good.
my greatest creation.
Yeah, sure. So talk me through the scene. So you're sitting by the fire, the iron's there, the crystal's there. What are you doing with the body? What, paint me a little picture.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the shell out with some of the meteor fragments that I've collected, and take one of the bigger delirium fragments of what I have now, and do the ritual to bring back Millibot, my child,
Okay, fascinating,
my one great work.
indeed. Did you remove the original crystal that was in there? Or are
Yeah,
you doing
I
like
replace it with the bigger. I'm assuming there's just like a slightly bigger fragment
sure,
from what I've
sure,
collected. Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. Well, a curious thing happens, Bulk. It would seem that you've gotten lucky a couple of times in pursuing this magical ritual, and your luck runs out a little bit. As you prepare the body, as you do, starting to prepare your arcane magic, perhaps because you've tossed in the meteoric iron, perhaps the proximity to the crystal itself, but in either case, a large explosion happens.
Shit.
So, Farron and Daniels, you guys are pretty solidly asleep. I assume inside the mill. Bulk is outside by the fire. A massive explosion happens. Bulk, a flash of light. And force sends you flying, and all you can feel is radiating pain through your back, where your shell is. In fact, you start screaming in pain as
Whoa!
you even feel like you might be losing like consciousness a little bit, and your vision is like starting to come back to you. You're like looking around, you're kind of like taking stock of everything, and your turtlenecks are kind of interesting, so you can kind of turn around and like you're like looking to see what's wrong with your back. You have basically been thrust into the meteoric iron. The iron has effectively like impaled your skull. It is like crushed or your skull. Excuse me, your shell. My bad.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. Let me clarify. So you've been thrown off back onto the meteoric iron, and the iron has like penetrated your shell, and you are in pain.
Ow.
You kind of fall forward and like fall down in front of the meteoric iron. Millibot flies in front of you. She like gets down by your face. You can see that she is like trying to communicate to you, but you're like, oh, you're kind of flabbergasted. You're losing a lot of blood. It looks like you're bleeding out as well.
Did we wake up? Or
So you guys absolutely heard the explosion. What do you do?
the rats are back. We gotta get out there.
Yeah, we
I
like
start
jump
like
out.
stumbling, reach for a staff, and push off and go.
Same.
Okay. As you come outside, what you see is Millibot. You can see you can see Bulk lying on the ground in front of the meteoric iron, and you can see Millibot standing, flying, I guess, over Bulk as her hands drop the delirium crystal into Bulk's exposed shell. And you can see her kind of doing the same type of thing that Bulk does as he is creating her. She's kind of like recreating it in her own fucked up way, but she's used the delirium crystal, and her hands are like this, and she's casting magic.
The puppet has become the master.
Jeez. I tackle Millibot and kill her. No.
So I imagine, so Daniel, just like you said, so you run forth like you're like ready, trying to tackle her. As you get, it's also like one of those movie moments as you're like reaching out, going like, no, another explosive blast
Oh, jeez.
rings out, and that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, now he's always going to be glowing purple.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Cutie time.
Indeed. So very interesting there, guys. Quite a
What's
bit of
happening?
quite a development there. Messing with the delirium. We'll see what happens here. It seems like Millibot has a mind of her own going on. But in either case, very interesting cliffhanger that we have left on. Wow, we'll see what happens. Steven, why don't you start to take us home here?
Make sure you like and subscribe. We don't want to see you cliff hanging on the rest of the series, so you got to ring the bell so you know when new episodes come out. And if you go over the funky store, you can get cool swag items like shirts and sweaters and all those great things. And we really appreciate it. So you got to go check it out at funky store. We really appreciate all of it. And there's a ton of stuff here on the channel. So make sure you stick around, look around. There's plenty of things to see. So appreciate you.
Indeed. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Funky Quest. Please join us for the next time as we return to the dungeons. Peace.